everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video I am going to be sharing with you a flip through of this beautiful new release. This is Dream Voyage by Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou, and this was sent to me by the team at Michael O'Mara Books, or Lomart Books, as you may know them. So they are the publishers of this stunning book. And yeah, I just want to say a great big thank you so much to the team over there for thinking of me and giving me the opportunity to share this gorgeous book with you before its release date. So the release date for this book is the 27th of February 2025. I will link the publishers down in the video description for you, as well as Melpomeni's Instagram and website information for you. So here we have Dream Voyage. The cover is absolutely beautiful and very much in keeping with her other books that we know and love. So here is our back cover, and you can see down here the other books that she has available. So we have Circle of Life, Nature Mandalas and Enchanted Earth. So I am really excited to open this up and have a look with you. So we open the book up. Let me just smooth that down a little bit. So here we have our title page, which is the same as our cover here. So if you wanted to, you know, replicate the colours, you absolutely could. Okay, and then here we have this beautiful big double page spread. It looks very much kind of like a map, so I'm wondering if this is kind of like a map as to where we're going to go and the things we're going to see through this book. And then we have here, this book was coloured by, and then of course you can write your name down there as well. The paper feels really nice. It's nice and smooth. It does have a bit of a tooth to it, but it is a lovely paper. It's not super thick, but it is very much like the paper we have in Melpomeni's other books. So we have all of our publishing information here for you and the copyright details there. And then we have a little bit of information there to embark on a voyage into the unknown. We've got sort of like dragons and really sort of pretty foliage and things down here. We've got a little fairy there. Okay, so here is our first page, and just look at how beautiful that is. I really love that. So we've got our fairies down here. They would be fantastic for the colour along this month, which is #February. So that would be really great. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is printed single-sided. So for those of you like me, who really enjoy using your alcohol markers and things like that, this is going to be fantastic. I would just say, as always, my loves, just to be mindful to put a blotter sheet or a few in between your pages, and that will just protect your next page from any bleed through that we may get from, you know, using supplies on these images that might have the potential to leak through. You know, alcohol markers, of course, is kind of like a given, but I would say maybe if you wanted to use watercolours and sort of be quite heavy with them and layer them, again, those blotter sheets will just protect that next image for you. But this is beautiful. Look how we've got sort of foliage here for his wings. That is just gorgeous. I love this. That is beautiful. So we've got sort of like a scene in here. It's kind of encapsulated, but then the river that's running through the scene comes out and sort of spills over, which I know that she has done on some of her previous images as well in her other books. And I just think it looks beautiful. Okay, so we've got a piano here, but it looks like it's got sort of like eagle's legs or something like that. We've got like the talons and things. And then we've got this kind of fawn. She is sat here. And then we've got a little deer there. And this is lovely. This is really lovely. I like how we've got the keys, the piano keys sort of here, wrapping around. And then we've got sort of like a city kind of growing up out of this. We've got like a pathway coming up here. I just think her imagination is fantastic. Oh my gosh, look at this. How stunning is that? We've got our penguins down here and here in the background. We've got our northern lights. I think I would definitely want to practice those on paper first, on sort of like scrap paper. I've never really been brave enough to try and colour them, but I love how she's drawn them in. I really do love that. And I love these kind of like these wings we've got sort of from this keyhole. It almost looks a little bit like a locket. And then we've got these beautiful wings that sort of come up. And then we've got our polar bear with wings here. That is so incredibly magical and beautiful. Oh, this is gorgeous. So here we've got sort of different levels here when it comes to our landscapes, and then we've got the water and it's sort of coming down onto each level and then into like a pool at the bottom. It's really, really lovely. And we've got nice, you know, nice thick line art as well, which is helpful, especially if you want to go in with alcohol markers. Some of her line art is thinner, but I think overall we've got that really nice thickness. Okay, so we've got the sort of like the weighing scales here, and we've got the sun and the moon, and then this bird creature here, its feathers are actually made out of paper, and then you can see kind of like little like letters and things coming out from the wings, which is so pretty. Oh, this is gorgeous. So we've got our mermaids there. We've got this creature here. It kind of looks a little bit like a griffin, but then we've got a, you know, its body sort of up here, wrapping around, and you know, down here. Okay, then we have this one. It kind of looks a bit like a whirlpool, doesn't it? everything is kind of being pulled in. But it looks like we have clouds this side and then water this side. And then we've got our whirlpool, or maybe it's like a portal or something. It's gonna take these things to a different land. Okay, so this one we've got our beautiful unicorn, the reflection in the water. I love how that's done. So she's used pointillism to give us the indication of the reflection of our unicorn here in the water, which I think is gorgeous. It's really, really lovely. This one has got sort of like spikes on it and stripes and things, but this one doesn't. We've got two moons here. That's interesting. But I do really like the composition of that one. I think that would look amazing once it's coloured. Oh, this is gorgeous. I feel like these pages are not as intricate as some of the other pages in her previous books. I feel like we've got maybe more space to, you know, to sort of play and to sort of, you know, got bigger areas to blend our colours and things. So she says, and then we've got tiny little butterflies on this one. I don't know, I just feel like this isn't, you know, a lot of the pages in here are not as intricate as some of her other books. I don't know, what do you think? But it's still absolutely beautiful regardless. But yeah, this is gorgeous. It looks like we've kind of got like a dreamy sort of, you know, skyscape out here. We've got our clouds and our, you know, sort of floating whales and things and all these stars in the background. But then in here, as you sort of walk along this path, it kind of looks like it's taking you into like a city. You've got a big planet there. So it's very, very different from what is out here. So she's kind of going into like a different world on that one. Oh my goodness. So we've got these gorgeous owls. And I love how she's kind of added features to them and sort of extended other features. I just think it really works beautifully. So lovely. Then we've got this one. So this is our sea goat. I like how we've got these other creatures kind of in the background and kind of acting as part of the border. And then they've got sort of like bangles and jewels and things. And then we've got all these coins. So I can see that being really, really sparkly and shiny. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. So it could almost be a Cerberus, but then if we look down here, it looks like it's kind of got like a lion, a tiger's sort of tail and back. And then we've got these great big claws with, you know, like got these talons and things here. So yeah, that's great. But I love how we've got this sort of scene here, but it looks like it's behind kind of torn wallpaper. And then we've still got all these portraits and pictures and things on the wall around it. That is amazing. I love that. Oh my gosh. Beautiful creature. So it looks like we've got a stag here, but again kind of morphing into other creatures as well. And we've got unicorns here. Kind of quite a bit of like sort of ornate filigree going on there. And then again, we've got our beautiful flowers and things down here with some pillars at the sides. I think this is framed really nicely with the pillars and, you know, the filigree at the top. Here is our cover page, which is absolutely beautiful. So we've got Pegasus in the background. We've got dolphins, turtles, fish. And then we've got, again, this beautiful landscape here. I can see these sort of elements here. It looks almost like lots and lots of little shooting stars. I could see those being done with a metallic gel pen. That would really make those shine. Oh, this is beautiful. So we've got some kind of pot there. So we've got it on a fire. We've got a fire burning down here, but it looks like we've got lots of kind of potion bottles and things. We've got a moth here on the front, but then we've got sort of two faces here either side on the wings. And then we've got kind of the smoke coming out here, but it's kind of making different animals. So maybe this potion could be what has created all the different creatures that we've got through this book. Oh wow. So we've got a beautiful deer here. And she is almost like a stag as well, isn't she? But then her horns sort of come up. They morph into, again, the filigree and then foliage. And then we've got kind of like a wood, as if you're kind of like looking through the woods, through the forest down here. And then you've got that little moon up there. And then we have fire, water. And we've got sort of like the earth and the sky. That is stunning. I think so far this is one of my favourite pages in the book. Yeah, I just think that is absolutely beautiful. And then we've got this gorgeous page. It looks like we've got some sort of dragon snake thing going on here. We've got two. Lots of beautiful foliage. I love this. It kind of gives me like pagoda vibes because of the style of the roof. And we've got a cherry blossom tree here. And this is lovely. We've got a boat, but the sail is kind of like a face with like floaty hair. I love this. I love how it looks like the sort of bird cage is kind of growing up out of their wings to make these bars with our scenery there in the background. I think that is really clever. They're beautiful. This guy with the spikes here almost looks like something out of Jurassic Park. But yeah, I think that is great. So we've got a hydra. I want to say this is a hydra. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's gorgeous. We've got lots of space on this one, you know, to blend colours and things, which will be so much fun. And then we've got all these other lovely elements going on the page. And then we've got our fish. Okay, so this one. So we've got a hand here. It looks like it's sort of holding some sort of mirror, but as if you can see into like a magical land. Okay, and what I love is that as you've got sort of like the filigree and things coming up here at the sides, they almost make the shape of a cat's face either side. I love that. That very well may be another favourite, I think. Oh wow, okay, this is fantastic. So we've kind of got lots of skeletons and things in this one, and it looks like we've got the skulls of those birds from the other page where the cage was coming up made out of their wings. It looks like we've got the skulls from those. So this feels really different from what I'm used to with Melpomeni, which I love. I really like seeing diversity and versatility with artists, and I just think that is fantastic. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. So we've got our eye here, sort of, you know, surrounded by or made out of clouds. And then where the eye is crying, we've got sort of like these, you know, downpours and things. Gorgeous. So we've got this beautiful sort of Pegasus kind of creature, but with, you know, with different legs and a feathered body. And then look at this tail. That is epic, isn't it? That would definitely keep you busy for a while. If you were blending and shading each individual feather, that would be a lot of work. But could you just imagine how incredible that would look with some colour added to it? Okay, so this one, it looks like we've got the silhouette of two faces here, one either side. And then we've got some kind of lynx creature. A lynx, or maybe like a caracal or something like that. We've got quite a lot of sort of like pathways leading up to different things in this book. And I do really like that. This is stunning. So we've got this beautiful dragon here, and it's in a circle, so the dragon also acts as a frame for this scene inside. So we've got these gorgeous flowers. I'm wondering if they're hibiscus flowers. I could be wrong. And then we've got a pagoda here. We've got bamboo. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. This is beautiful. So we've got what seems like a kind of room here. we've got our bookshelves and things, and then we've got our magical creature here, and we've got cushions and books and all that good stuff. And then we have a balcony here, and then the lady is out here riding on one of those really beautiful whales. And then we've got kind of like, you know, a scene up here. We've got kind of at the bottom end of a planet, or it could even be, you know, it could be Earth. And then we've got the moon and things here, another planet. That is stunning. That is really, really stunning, and I feel very drawn in to the page. It's almost as if I'm in this room, looking out of the window at her. I love that. I love how that really draws you in. Wow. And then we've got this dragon here, breathing fire or whatnot. But yet he's still got half the egg left. And, you know, he's surrounded by, you know, you've got the solar system there around him. So it looks like we've got moon phases at the top of this one. And again, the way that Melpomeni has drawn her pages, we've got sort of like a river here, and it moves towards the back of the page, and then we can see the ship here, all these clouds. We've got these hot air balloons. It's as if it's as if you're sort of sat or stood here on the page, and you are in the page looking, you know, looking at what's out in the distance. I think it's so magical how she creates that. This one. This is beautiful. It kind of looks like a peacock with legs, doesn't it? So yeah, this would definitely be like blues, greens, turquoises. You definitely see a lot of those wonderful colours going on with this guy. And then we have this one. So this, it looks like a hand is kind of holding this globe here. And then we've got our beetles and insects and things here, almost sort of flying around it. And then we've got a scene inside again. You've got a little river there going through. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got a swan here. We've got some ducklings. The swan has got a crown with these beautiful feathers coming off the top. Some sort of shell here. We have winged frogs. Oh my gosh. They are so cute. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Look at this. Oh, it is just beautiful. I am honestly loving this book. I think it is stunning. We've got our fairies and creatures dotted around the page here. We've got a fairy guy sat here reading a book. This is gorgeous. So this one looks like a jug, and it is pouring out water, but it looks like it's kind of pouring out the ocean. And so we have all the water going on down here. We've got jellyfish, and then inside here we have a narwhal and an otter, but they both have obviously added bits to them. And then we've got our seashell here with the pearl in the middle. in the way that Melpomeni adds sort of like her dots and stars and sparkles and things, it just adds that extra element of magic. So yeah, I love that one. Oh, this is gorgeous. Beautiful. So we've got this pyramid here, and then it is reflected in maybe like a pond or an oasis. But then we've got all these, you know, different creatures dotted around here. We've got some really beautiful foliage. We've got some monstera leaves there as well. And then we've got dragons coming out of the top of the pyramid. But you can't see the dragons in the reflection. So you can't see this bit. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. He's got a bear there. He's kind of got like Capricorn horns, hasn't he? And then again, maybe like hippogriff feet or something like that. But he's got jewels and gems and all that good stuff. And then you've got this beautiful mountainscape in the background. And you've got your water sort of coming down here through the mountains among the foliage down into this river here. Got this beautiful fountain. We've got all the different flying creatures there. We've got birds, we've got flying caterpillars. This one is getting kind of like butterfly or moth wings going on. That's really lovely, and I can imagine stickles would look beautiful on this to add that sparkle and shimmer to the water from the fountain. I just think that would look amazing. And then we have this one. So it kind of looks like the head of a dragon and different sort of body, and then the tail is wrapping around holding a candle. And the antlers here, they are holding candles as well. So you could have a really great time playing with your different light effects on this. And then it looks like we've got maybe, I don't know, flying ferrets maybe? All different bugs and birds and things going on. Oh, this is gorgeous. So we've got a lamp here and it's pouring down a river. It's coming down through the mountains and that lake and things down into this river. So we've got our tree houses here at the sides. We've got our little bunny here. We've got a squirrel. We've got fairies dotted about and this dragon. Here is, so this must be where the dragon lives, and that is his nest of eggs. There. Or her nest of eggs, should I say. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. So we've got a flying fox with peacock feathers as a tail. I'm not sure what I think about the faces in the flowers, but overall it is a really beautiful page. Then we have this one. So this kind of looks like Atlantis, doesn't it? This one. And then these two sea creatures here again are framing this in. have this one again. This is a lynx, maybe a lynx or a caracal, but his tail sort of comes down and then merges into a dragon. Got someone here, like a hooded person here. Got one up here. They've got like little lanterns with like kind of magic from them, and then it looks like we've got crystals and things all around. Absolutely beautiful. Oh wow. And then I think this is our last page. How gorgeous is that? And if you look really closely, we've got a horse here, somebody up here with a lantern. You've got sort of like the silhouette. And then down here we've got stingrays, we've got a whale. I love how this bird's wings kind of like expand, and you know, they sort of like create and enclose this land here. You've got the sky just below the wings. It's just beautiful. And here is our final page, which again is absolutely stunning. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful book. So again, a great big thank you so much to the team at Michael O'Mara Books, Lomar Books. I really do appreciate you thinking of me and giving me the opportunity to share this gorgeous book on the channel. I would highly recommend this book. It just takes you to a completely different place, and I think we all need a bit of that sometimes, don't we? We need to feel like we're just taken off to a different place. It's just that little bit of escapism, which, yeah, like I said, I think we all need a bit of that now and again. So thank you so incredibly much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, stay safe, my loves, and I will see you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye.